Imagine an AI brilliant enough to predict a hurricane a full day before anyone else,
Right.
like potentially saving thousands of lives.
Right, the dream scenario.
Exactly. But now imagine the massive data center powering that exact same AI, basically draining the drinking water of the local community it's built in.
Yeah, that is a stark contrast.
It really is. And that is the paradox of AI today. It's getting incredibly smart, but at this severe physical cost. So welcome everyone on behalf of AIPOD to your weekly AI news summary for the week ending August 9th, 2026.
Glad to be here.
Our mission on this deep dive is to, cut through the noise. We want to bring you the most critical insights without the massive information overload.
And I mean, that paradox you just mentioned, it's basically a tug of war defining the entire industry right now. Looking at this week's news, we are seeing this really deep tension between building AI smarter and building AI bigger.
Yeah, let's start on the smarter side. Former Google chief scientist Jeff Dean pointed out a major pivot. He notes the industry is moving away from just, brute forcing larger models.
Right, the old way of just throwing more data at it.
Exactly. Now they're moving towards something called context engineering.
Which is fascinating. Rather than relying purely on a model with this bigger hypothetical brain, developers are focusing on the whole surrounding ecosystem.
Like giving it better tools.
Yeah, orchestrating specialized agents, giving existing models better memory, that kind of thing.
Okay, think of a hyperscale AI model like a master chef who has memorized every recipe in the world. That's its raw intelligence.
Okay, I like this.
But context engineering is like giving that chef a perfectly organized pantry. They don't need you to teach them new recipes.
Right, they just need the ingredients.
Exactly. You hand them the exact ingredients for the meal you want right now so they don't, tear apart the whole kitchen looking for the salt.
Which perfectly explains everyday developer workflows right now. People using coding agents like Claude Code were just burning through tokens.
Oh, tokens, the basic units of data that AI processes.
Yeah, and computing them gets incredibly expensive. So to fix this, developers are actively turning off their large context windows.
Wait, I'm hung up on this. If they turn off the large context window, aren't they doing the exact opposite of context engineering? Like, how does less information make it more efficient?
Well, because they're replacing this massive, disorganized dump of data with a tightly managed workflow, they actively check their /usage metrics.
Oh, that's like a diagnostic tool, right?
Yeah, to see which subagents are eating up the power. By doing that, they feed the AI only the specific lines of code it actually needs at that exact millisecond. Workflow basically triumphs over raw scale.
Okay, so they're hacking their way around limits at the software level, but I mean, that's just a Band-Aid. To really
Yeah.
fix efficiency, don't we have to look at the physical architecture?
Oh, absolutely. And that's what researchers from Tsinghua University, Graz University, and Italy's National Research Council are doing. They just released a framework using cognitive maps.
Cognitive maps, how does that work?
Instead of standard neural networks that have to grind through billions of math problems to learn a concept, these act more like a spatial blueprint. They allow the AI to map how concepts relate physically.
Wait, meaning it skips that super computationally intensive training phase.
Completely, entirely. And it's designed to run on neuromorphic hardware.
Oh, chips that actually mimic human brain cells.
Right. They physically mimic the electrical spiking of the brain rather than traditional silicon. The result is a system that plans adaptively and, more importantly, requires just a fraction of the energy.
Wow. So if this highly efficient local AI is the future, does this mean the era of those massive power-hungry models is officially dead?
I mean, not even close. Brute force scale is still heavily funded. Look at Sarvam AI over in Bengaluru.
Oh yeah, they just had a massive raise, right?
Yeah, $234 million at a $1.5 billion valuation, just to build an indigenous trillion parameter model.
Trillion parameters.
Yeah, they are entering the global frontier model race because, honestly, scale yields undeniable real-world results.
That is true. Google DeepMind's open-sourced WeatherNext 2 model just proved that. By analyzing these vast atmospheric data sets, it predicted cyclone tracks with a full extra day of accuracy.
Which is huge for disaster prep.
Right. During the 2025 season, it successfully forecasted Hurricane Melissa's rapid intensification before it hit land.
But again, that level of predictive power comes with staggering physical demands. Look at Thane, India. There's a proposed 53-acre Amazon data center there, facing intense protests from locals.
Yeah, it's surrounded by schools and hospitals, right?
Exactly. The community is terrified about the immense electricity and water it needs, plus the constant industrial noise from the cooling systems.
Just to keep those servers from melting down. Which brings us right back to the paradox I asked you to consider at the top of the show. What good is a brilliant AI predicting natural disasters if the facility powering it drains a local community's water supply?
It is the defining dilemma of the current tech boom. But, there are proposed solutions. An opinion piece in The Hindu recently suggested that Kerala could step up as a laboratory for AI governance.
Oh, like a testing ground for better policies.
Right. Instead of just chasing unbridled tech growth, they could use their strong public service institutions to experiment with transparent AI infrastructure, balancing innovation with actual citizens' rights.
It proves AI doesn't just need better code, it needs better rules. I want to leave you with a final thought to mull over today. If highly efficient, brain-inspired cognitive map AI eventually outpaces the need for brute force scaling, will today's controversial, sprawling data centers just become obsolete real estate tomorrow?
Something to think about.
Definitely. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this AI POD deep dive.